Okay, so this is the other thought where I'm like, girl, you're mentally ill. You got to go to therapy this year. I'm also like, the other part of me that's like, oh, I wish this would work out, is because I want a relationship, don't get me wrong, but I really feel like all I could handle right now is like a long distance relationship. And those are the relationships that have been like the most like successful-ish for me the past like 2 years, because I just really, really, really love my like current day-to-day life and like schedule, and I don't know if I'm ready to like compromise time for like a man. So when I've dated guys that like live right down the road from me, like I've had a really hard time because I've been like, this just feels like too much, and like you're invading too much of my life, and like, and I know that might sound like, Caitlin, that's what a relationship is, that's what a marriage will look like and whatever. That's where I'm like, okay, but like when I've dated guys that it's like long distance, it's been really successful for me because I get really excited to see them because I haven't seen them in 2 months. But like for the past 2 months, we've like kept in touch and I've got to talk to them and stuff. But like I get to see my girls whenever I want. I get to watch the shows that I want. I get to cook the dinner that I want. I get to not do laundry for 3 weeks because I don't fucking have to. And like, you know, I don't have to shave every fucking other day because like somebody's gonna be in my business. You know what I mean? Like I just love my current lifestyle, that I'm like either like being single, which I'm completely fine with being single, I'm very happy, or like a long distance relationship I think would be successful for me. So that's the other delusion that is feeding into this, because he's like, I don't know how like we could make it, or he like, I was just like, well, we live across the country from each other, and he's like, I know, but like, and like he's kind of like, we could, and in my head I'm like, no, I can make it work with a long distance man, which I didn't tell him this, but this is the other delusion that's like feeding me, is like, this is exactly what I want, like this would be perfect because I don't have time for a boyfriend every single day right now, and you clearly don't either, and we're compatible, but we're not, because I deserve better.
Welcome to Situationship Delusions, where modern women build fake dating empires on quicksand. They rule empty group chats, get ghosted weekly, and still think they are the main character in a rom-com nobody's watching. Let's break down this clown show. Picture her at 2 a.m, phone buzzing like a beehive, juggling 5 dudes like it's a circus audition. There's Provider Pete, the human ATM who pays for dinner and Ubers her home, thinking he's made progress. Then Party Chad, the jawline Jesus who smashes till sunrise and vanishes before she finds her underwear. Nice Guy Nick sends romantic essays longer than your grocery receipt, only for her to screenshot and roast him with her friends. The orbiter she keeps around for when the main roster flakes. The dude she texts, "What you doing?" once a month, to keep on the hook. She calls this her high value roster, like she's running NBA tryouts. But it's really just a validation farm where she drains simps for attention. She swipes left on Dave the dentist. Solid, stable, but no spark. Code for not 6 feet tall, no 6-figure salary, and not chaos incarnate. Meanwhile, she's unpacking daddy issues and counting a body count high enough to need Excel.
Oh, I've been in a situationship for 6 fucking years now. I cannot believe I just said that on camera. But I'm so fucking over it. I'm so over it. Basically, this boy and I started dating when we were in high school. And like, honestly, that shit was so toxic. Like, we were both stubborn as fuck and we would just argue constantly. But anyways, he broke up with me. I was so sad, but then we remained really close friends and eventually just basically continued to date, but without the label. And then we both went to the same fucking college, so we weren't really dating then either, but we continued this whatever the fuck that was going on, and that shit fucked with my head because it felt so much like a relationship that when I got upset at things, like, which if you're in a relationship, it was totally valid, but because we weren't, it wasn't justified. And so I kept feeling all these things that I wasn't technically allowed to feel because we weren't dating. Like, I've always been really shy with like dating and all of that. Like, I don't really know how to flirt. Fuck me, I'm 23 and I can't flirt. And the thing is, it was on off, but because for me, I was so scared to like meet other people because I was so comfortable in this little like security blanket that is this boy. And I regret not going on dates and like fucking around in college because now I'm 23, I work at home now, so it's not like I can meet people at work. And like, I don't want to do dating apps either because it just feels so forced, and I've heard too many bad stories from friends that like, I'm not doing that shit. But anyway, last year of college, we finally dated, which apparently recently I talked to him about it, and according to him, we weren't even dating back then, but we were doing like the whole flowers, Valentine's Day, all that shit. So like, I don't know what's wrong with him. It has come to my attention, finally. I need to move the fuck on and stop wasting my time on this boy. We broke up the last year of college because of long distance, but now we're in the same city, in the same fucking friend group, and it's so much harder. But fuck this. This year I told myself to stop wasting my time and energy on the people who don't return the same energy back. I'm 23, still have not dated anyone else. Like, at this point, I feel like I'm just gonna die alone. All my friends are in relationships too, and it's so cute. I'm like, I want one. Where do people get one? At this point, I feel like I've lost all of my dating skills because I didn't have to use that muscle for like 6 years. For the first time in my life, I finally feel like I'm ready to move on and meet other people. I'm just fucking terrified too. I keep saying that I'm only sticking with this boy because of comfort and familiarity, but like, he's not giving me any of that because he's stressed.
The truth hits like a freight train. She's not built in options. She's branch swinging between alphas and betas, chasing the next dopamine hit, while pretending she's in control. She posts independent queen, thirst traps, caption single by choice, while Googling why do guys ghost after sex every Sunday night. She blames men, apps, and astrology. Anything but her own choices. One guy ghosts. He's scared of real women. 2 ghost. Men can't handle my energy. Or 5 bounce. Dating apps are trash. Sis, no, the common denominator is you. Look at her week. Monday. Texts Pete after he pays for sushi. Tuesday, sends Chad a nude because the vibe. Wednesday, replies to Nick's love poem with a dry "aww." Thursday, hits Brad with a cold "haha, same." Friday, she's swiping alone, wondering why the weekend's empty. At brunch, she brags, "I'm keeping my options open." Sprinkle, sprinkle. Her girls nod, pretending not to cringe. Options open really means no commitment, just chaos. The clock's ticking, but she's too drunk on attention to hear it.
2 months later. Bro, 2 months later. It's been 2 fucking months. And he's proposing to her! What the fuck? What the fuck? What? He was just in my fucking bed, bro. He was just in my fucking bed 2 months ago. 2 months ago. And he's fucking proposing to her. I don't understand that. Oh.
Here's the zinner. Every woman's like this when the dopamine runs out. Chasing thrills over peace. And mistaking validation for value. She wants an emotionally intelligent alpha, but flakes on men who actually text back. Then cries on TikTok that men are afraid of intimacy. No, they are allergic to delusion. 6 months deep in a situationship, she drops the DTR bomb. So what are we? Girl, you've been juggling him like a side quest. He bails, and she sends an essay text longer than War and Peace. You owe me closure. Now you owe yourself clarity. You treated dating like a resume. And now you are shocked it ended like a job interview. Hypocrisy in 4K. She calls guys simps online. Then simps for the one who won't text back. She claims boundaries, but breaks them faster than her screen protector. The rule is, don't pipe down chaos unless chaos pays rent. Because she'll block you by breakfast and unblock you when lonely. She spirals into therapy TikToks. I'm just too real for them. Comments roast her. You are the problem. And she still deflects. Patriarchy. Toxic masculinity. Nah, it's toxic self-delusion. She treats dates like DoorDash orders. 5-star if they deliver. 1-star ghost if they catch feelings. Picture her alone, wine glass in hand. Hate watching her roster's new girls on Instagram. Then posting self-love error through a beauty filter thick enough to mask regret. Truth is, situationships aren't freedom. They are fear. She avoids real intimacy like it's an STD. Addicted to the chase, but allergic to the effort. When the roster dries up, she pivots. OnlyFans. Digital desperation disguised as empowerment. I'm financially free. Boss energy, she says. While begging simps for $10 subs to see what half the internet saw for free. Subscribers cancel quicker than her exes. The free market speaks louder than her captions. And then the next phase. From situationship queen to digital beggar. She tells herself it's empowerment, but it's exposure. Trading dignity for dopamine. Validation for views. A woman's sexual market value peaks mid-20s, then declines. Men, meanwhile, level up over time. Wealth, power, and status only rise. She skips boring stability in her prime for exciting chaos. But the war comes for every player. Filters fade, attention dries. Then comes the where are all the good men era. Cats and cabinet included. By 32, she's messaging old Flynns with, "Hey stranger," while pretending on TikTok she's focusing on herself. Her group chat's her only echo chamber now. You are too good for them. No one dares say the truth. She fumbled her own love life by treating fun like fulfillment. Brothers, take notes. Her roster's ghosted for a reason. And it's not the patriarchy. It's her delusion. Don't chase drama. Don't reward dysfunction. Build your body. Build your money. Build your principles. The right woman will find your fortress. Men are the prize. Protect your time. Guard your peace. And if you've ever been breadcrumbed by a situation queen, drop your story below. Smash like, subscribe, bell on. The algorithm hates truth. Let's feed it fire. Peace.